Welcome to the podcast. I'm Ben.
I'm Mae.
And I'm Max, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were.
What's the deal with Scientology?
Nobody knows,
Nobody knows.
except for people in it.
So is the mystery today whether it's real?
No, we know it's real.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I was just going to say.
The mystery is not like whether the religion is like real or not. I'm not here to do that. But it's like a lot of crime and mysteries attached to
I like
the
what you're saying.
church.
You're not here to, you know, offend the religion.
No.
But you're just going to go into all
I'm
the
not
scandals.
going to disrespect the religion, but those rat fucks have killed a bunch of people
Right.
in this world. Let me
Right.
tell you that. A lot of people have suicided around them. I'm not going to go into like those really in specific. Weirdly, the main mysteries are, where is Shelly Miscavige, the current leader's wife? She hasn't been seen publicly since 2007.
Oh, so he murdered her. Right?
Check.
We'll talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about the celebrities involved.
Okay, I love that.
What do they got on these poor fucks?
Start with Shelly.
No, we're going to start with Scientology as like an example, right? I should talk about
Yeah.
a lot of the,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of proven crimes that they've done. Like they've been taken
Yeah.
to court literally all over the world.
And also, do you have like a quick overview of what exactly Scientology is?
Oh,
'Cause,
that's
yeah.
first.
Okay.
But the thing I want to do, just take a step back, and I was talking to our producers about this beforehand. Again, you guys were late. I'll call Ripley's. I was there alone for a while.
Call Ripley.
How late was May?
She's only like 3 minutes. You guys are very consistent.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I always beat you, though.
I'm always a little early, though, in my defense. Or in your defense. Yeah, because I'm a real cock. I just want to say how funny it is that, like, people are so quick to criticize Scientology for the belief systems when it's like the hypocrisy behind that is comical.
Yeah.
Meaning all religions are just
All
this.
religions, like if you take a step back and if it was also created in 1921, you'd have a lot more
Yeah, it's
questions.
the recency
you know what I mean?
bias. Yeah, sure.
The recency bias is so true.
Because people like will literally be like, those fuckers believe you can move stuff with your mind and like talk to aliens, and then they're on the way to turn blood into wine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like
Wait, water into wine, not blood, right?
no, they at Mass, Catholic Mass, transubstantiation is
Oh.
turning
I thought it was the opposite.
the my
wine
body
becomes the
into
blood.
bread and my blood into wine.
Oh,
Believable.
Wait.
You're eating this guy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And people at the time famously thought they were cannibals because they didn't realize it was like a bit.
I don't want to offend anyone's religion, but I kind of get the recency bias thing.
Right.
Because it's like when you create a religion where there's cameras and, you know, photographs.
Yeah, that's true.
You said that like a bit. That was funny. Write it down.
I'll listen
ahead and
back.
pop
I'll
that
listen
down.
back.
But no, you're very, very correct in saying that, because it's like one of the main things with Scientology is achieving like going clear, which is like the ultimate state of being. And people are like, that's so stupid. And there's literally enlightenment with like, what is it, Buddhism?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I believe that. I do believe that because those fuckers look serene as hell. So
They look nice.
Anyway, the point is happy Easter, happy Passover, happy Ramadan.
God bless you all. All right. So that being said, Scientology is wholly ridiculous. Scientology is a set of beliefs and practices invented by American science fiction author L. Ron Hubbard and its associated movement. It's been variously defined as a cult, a business, or also a new religious movement.
Mm-hmm.
So he Hubbard initially developed a set of ideas that he called Dianetics, which he represented as a form of therapy.
That guy looks like Donald Trump's brother.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. That's religion's Trump.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, and he's
he
doing
made
a great
a lot
job.
of money off
Right.
this shit.
Imagine that being your prophet. Like it just
Yeah.
it looks
Just like a white guy on a boat with
yacht,
a,
yeah.
with a Patagucci
Yeah.
on.
Imagine Jesus in a sweater vest. It's a totally
Wow.
different.
That's a Jesus I'd fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tax evading Jesus.
That's tax. White
He
collar
was a
Jesus.
tax- He was flipping over the money lender stuff. That guy didn't pay his taxes.
No, but he was stopping them from running that casino.
The king, right? But I'm saying he didn't pay taxes. I mean, that was his
Jesus?
big thing. Yeah.
You can't pay taxes on nothing.
He had a carpentry. He had a successful carpentry business.
Ben knows more about it than me. I went to all my years of schooling at Catholic school. Also, yeah, so Dianetics, which she was represented originally, like it started from a form of therapy, and that actually is a through line throughout everything, is that like they are staunchly against mental health, like methods, like proven mental health, like actual psychology and psychiatry. They refuse to allow people to do it, which has resulted in a lot of people's suicides.
Got it.
Go figure.
Yeah.
So his foundation, which he started after starting Scientology, that went bankrupt, and then he lost the rights to his book Dianetics, which was originally what became a bestseller, and then he recharacterized the subject as a religion and renamed it Scientology.
Okay.
So it retained the terminology, doctrines, and the practice of auditing, which is like the secret, like basically interview they do with you.
Right.
It's like it looks like a lie detector test, but they tell you like it's reading your like blood and your spirit and your entire history and
there's an element of psychology there
to
right?
it. Yeah, they hypnosis. There's a lot of like very like psychology is just like very tied into it, like dealing with people's mental.
Because you're basically
you're manipulating people.
But it's also like almost like being, from my understanding, like being at an analyst's office. Like you're just saying everything about yourself.
Yeah.
Which obviously means you're giving this place a lot of dirt.
Right. That's a big part of blackmailing people and stuff.
And don't they even explicitly say if you ever try to leave the church, then we're going to expose all
They
the
got a
things
lot of info right away.
They explicitly say a lot of things, and the people say, like the people that have left the church go, they've explicitly said this, and then the church goes, no, we didn't.
Okay.
It's the church of gaslighting, let me tell you that.
Great.
Okay, so Scientology followers believe that a human is an immortal spiritual being or thetan that is resident in a physical body. This is like a vessel. The thetan has had innumerable past lives, and it is observed in advanced and within the movement secret Scientology texts that lives preceding the thetan's arrival on Earth were lived in extraterrestrial cultures. I'm going to criticize Wikipedia because that's the worst written sentence I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said.
I don't think it's your fault or Wikipedia's fault. I think that these terms
just
are
ridiculous.
just insane. I mean, if you watch that Tom Cruise interview that one time where he's
the Oprah Winfrey one or
no, not the Oprah one. Yeah. There's one where he's like explaining Scientology, and it's very Tom Cruisey. He's like very passionate or whatever.
Excited.
But I mean, it's gibberish. I mean, not to him, obviously, but I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's talking very fast, confident.
Because he's throwing these terms around. What was the word you used?
Thetan, past lives, you know what I mean? Scientology texts.
Don't they make them buy like thousands of dollars worth of books too?
Oh,
or
yeah.
something
Well,
like
they
right?
make you sign billion-year contracts for parts of the organization.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's funny.
We're going to get into it all here on We Were Had. Okay, now the episode's starting. Okay. So Scientology doctrine states that any Scientologist undergoing auditing, which is that intense interviewing kind of thing and psychology thing, will eventually come across and recount a common series of events. So they all remember the same shit.
Okay.
Eventually. Part of these events include reference to an extraterrestrial life form called Xenu.
Right.
I remember Xenu.
The secret Scientology texts say that this was a ruler of a confederation of planets 70 million years ago who brought billions of alien beings to Earth and then killed them with thermonuclear weapons. Despite being kept secret from most followers, this forms the central mythological framework of Scientology's ostensible soteriology.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Attainment of a status referred to by Scientologists as clear. So this is their enlightenment when they remember Xenu.
Okay.
These aspects have become the subject of popular ridicule, which is like, it's hard to stand by this as well, because it's things like Juliette Lewis is a famous celebrity,
right.
and I don't think she currently doesn't identify as a Scientologist anymore. Now she just says, I'm spiritual, but she still kind of is.
Yeah, but she never actually left the church.
I don't know. Leaving the church is a very vague thing to say, because you can be like, I left the church, and the church would be like, they're still part of the church.
Yeah.
So no one here is really doing great. But Juliette Lewis said, it cured me of like depression and anxiety. I can now experience joy for the first time. Becoming clear was the best thing that ever happened to me. And that's like on paper, it's like, oh, is that kind of sweet? And then it's like, oh, she remembered Xenu destroying planets 70 years ago.
Right.
But if it works for her, I don't know. Who am I to judge? I'm serious.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay, yeah. I mean, she is a great actor. I don't know if you saw. Did you see that Yellow Jackets?
No.
Oh, you gotta stream it. It's on Showtime.
It's
a
Juliette
mystery.
Lewis?
Juliette Lewis, because it's like, it's part teen drama. Sue me. Part regular. It's like,
Teen drama?
but it's not fully teen
But
drama.
it's mostly
He's
like a
weeding
regular
off.
drama.
He's transitioning
I still need some teen
Yeah.
drama. But it's also like it follows like this championship soccer girls team, like a high school team. They crash land in a plane, so it's part lost, but also like their future selves. The ones that
I have
survive.
seen a few episodes
And it's
of
like
this,
who dies,
actually.
they become cannibals.
Yes,
and it's
yes,
like
yes.
you go
That
back and
actually
forth.
sounds like if a show was made for you.
Oh, it's the best
That
program I
is
saw.
literally
this
the
year. Yeah.
combination of things you like.
I
Except
know.
for the King's Man that you couldn't shut the fuck up about from last episode.
It was historically accurate.
Wait, side note. Is our audio okay? It sounds kind of quiet on my end, but I don't know.
I
Okay,
think
we're
maybe
good.
you just
Turn
pump
up
the
your
thing.
fucking
Oh, I
headphones.
just have to turn up my thing?
Yeah, you got the little thing.
Remember when I did it earlier?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yours?
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't have a little thing.
No, I don't have it. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Two
good.
men just told her she was completely wrong in being a hysterical woman. And then it turns out that she was right.
I was just self-conscious because I was like, oh, that would stink. But okay, continue.
Doesn't stop the fact that she freaked out.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I have one question, and you might
Yeah.
be getting to this, but isn't there also an element of like there's stuff that we, the non-Scientologists, don't even know about Scientology?
Oh,
like they
there's-
reveal secrets as it goes along.
Well, that's the whole part of going clear, as they call it, which is the name of the famous documentary that like HBO like really took them down, and then the Leah Remini stuff. But yeah, it's like I also mentioned when you go super high enough, you can move, like you can manipulate the world around you, the material world.
Oh,
And-
so, like, but what do you mean manipulate it?
Like you can like move shit with your mind, or like change the water bottle into something
oh,
else.
okay. Not just like manifesting, I want to fucking roll in
No.
Lost or whatever, you know?
and you're Tom Cruise and like
Right,
can
right.
easily get the role.
And your agent's like, okay.
I'm manifesting another Mission Impossible film. How'd you get it? But no, yeah. So like shit like that, they reveal other like alien secrets and like secrets about yourself because they unlock your past memories and lives. Then there's
Yeah.
also like the secret texts that like very few people have access to.
I'll tell you, I would, if I started, I wouldn't stop.
This guy's
Are you a Scientologist?
I'm not a Scientologist.
This guy's a Scientologist.
If I was a Scientologist, you know I was a Scientologist. I'd be loud and
offended.
proud. I'm just saying, like, if I started, okay, let's say I was a struggling actor in LA. And
Yeah.
that's usually what these people
Yeah.
are, right? Like they're down on their luck. They want
a lot
some
of these
answers.
people were people that became successful young. That's also something that I noticed.
Right.
and
The
looking for
celebrities.
some meaning. Like,
Yeah.
what else is there?
Yeah.
So if I had gotten in and then they were like giving me these clues and it was like, you can find out this and then there's Xenu or whatever, I'd be like intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think, especially for like young stars as ourselves, it's like once you make it to the top, you have to hope there's something better than this. You
Of
know what
course.
I
Yeah.
mean? It's like we can't be the only gods.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly right. John Travolta's like, what else is there other than Welcome Back, Kotter?
Well, he's always had a special place in his heart for the movie musical.
Uh,
Oh, I love that more than anything. Okay, so should we get into more stuff?
yes.
The Church of Scientology has been described by government inquiries, international parliamentary bodies, scholars, law lords, and numerous superior court judgments as both a dangerous cult and a manipulative, profit-making business.
Damn.
Damn!
Damn.
That is just read the filth.
Might have to rip off these notes for a risque business.
Yeah, this is actually a perfect episode for you as well. It's really well written.
yeah.
well, we would never steal your notes for one of our episodes. Thank you, Laura.
It's pretty wild that they have legal recognition as a religious institution in some jurisdictions, including Australia, Italy, and United States. But Germany classifies Scientology groups as an anti-constitutional sect, which is like Germany always taking the right stance. They don't take any chances
No.
anymore.
Yeah, good.
They're like, nope.
Yeah.
And the French government classifies the group as a dangerous cult. The
okay.
French hate them.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Pretty cool, but also very dangerous. Shout out Andrew Esserton.
Yeah.
So how many members do you think they have?
I would say like 50,000.
No,
Is that too high? Is that way too high?
I think too low.
Too low.
What would you guess?
Couple million.
So the
Ooh.
Church of
Oh.
Scientology says it has 10,000 churches, missions, and
Oh,
groups
wow.
operating in 167 countries with 4.4 million more
I was
people
so off.
signing up every year.
But that's what they
But
say.
scholars say that despite the global proliferation of the church buildings, the membership numbers are much lower than the church claims, likely in the hundreds of thousands. Several of the church's followers are Hollywood celebrities, and that's how they help make
Yeah.
you think that they do. So
Right,
you
because
were
they
both
can-
on.
they
You're
can-
both right and wrong.
They could, so they can pay to have these fancy buildings.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean people are coming in.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're just throwing money at them.
Yeah.
And they take even poor people's money, which is also how the U.S. government works.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd love to see in LA that big blue one, the big blue Scientology church.
it looks
and
lovely.
I
And
think
would-
I've actually seen
I mean,
it.
God
Yeah.
forbid we also went inside for a minute, just kind of to see what it looked
yeah,
like.
God forbid we attend a
in,
sermon.
yeah, maybe
or whatever
we
the fuck they
audit
do.
for a minute. You
They're
know,
like they buy their fucking scriptures or read them and then
It's
go
not going
back.
to stay long.
week
I just
after
got to
week.
meet Xenu. I just got to meet him. Got a few things on my mind.
I have a couple questions for
If
Xenu.
somebody was like, okay, you have to join this religious cult basically, but it means that you're gonna do like stadiums next year, would you be like, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But as an enlightened person, as a clear person, yes, I would have to do that.
I mean, you're hearing me. I would maybe do it without any award.
I do. Can I tell you something that's very refreshing? Is Ben as the devil's advocate. It's very, it's
Yeah.
rare.
Well, I think it goes back to what you're saying, that just searching for some sort of purpose, maybe searching for religion.
Yes.
I think that it is, why is this so different from the other ones?
And like I said, Ben being the emptiest and the weakest among us, it makes sense that you would be more susceptible to their teachings.
And the future star. Yeah, I agree.
We got a clip. And it's you know what's wild is they do be committing crimes though.
Okay.
All right.
They be wild.
It has been in the
as
church.
Laura would say.
They'd be wild. Shout out Chris Guy. It's been in conflict, the church. There's been in conflict with the governments and police forces of many countries, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, and Germany. It has been one of the most litigious religious movements in history, filing countless lawsuits against governments, organizations, and individuals, which is tough to rack up in like 100 years.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, right. It's
Not
pretty
even.
new,
Yeah, like it's been like 60 years.
Yeah.
70 years. I don't care. The controversies involving the church include criminal behavior by members of the church, including the infiltration of the U.S. government, which I'll talk about in a
my
second.
God, what?
Organized harassment of people perceived as enemies of the church. They have a disconnection policy in which some members are required to shun friends or family members who are like antagonistic to the
Yeah.
church. The death of a Scientologist named Lisa McPherson, who died while in care of the organization. She was a mentally disturbed human being.
No.
There was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against that for the death, and they reached a settlement in 2004. But
Okay.
basically, she was released from a hospital into the care of Scientology because they were like, we'll take care of her. And then she committed suicide or died
Wow.
very soon after.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Isn't there a thing too where
Well, they're very, again, like I said, they're very against
Yeah.
mental health services.
Yikes.
Yeah, they don't want anybody in their head except Xenu.
Yeah.
What was
Again.
yeah.
Again, most religions are
Are
big
exactly-
fans of
No,
psychiatrists.
That's what I was
That's
saying at the beginning of this episode, though, is the hypocrisy of people that are very devout or
Right.
at least are like, well, at least it's not a real religion. It's like, what's your definition of a real religion?
Right.
It would have been way easier for L. Ron to get away with it. You think the Bible writers weren't basically sci-fi writers?
Right. That's true.
They're talking to bushes. Burning, not George.
Why you got to attack mine? Why are you going after my story?
Oh, because it's Old Testament?
yeah.
There's some
Walking on water. Yeah.
there's some smut in the New Testament as well.
Don't they separate people from their families? If I'm
Yeah,
a mom
that's what I was saying.
and I leave the church, then I can just basically never see my kids again.
The disconnection policy.
Yeah.
The thing that I said directly before what I just said.
Okay, sorry.
You were nodding along. yeah.
But I guess that's similar to other religions too, like super extremist religions.
Yeah,
if
they
you're-
tell you to cut them out of your life.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Which is sad, but I guess you can have a bad priest, you can have a bad therapist. Because I do think that some priests are probably genuinely, and some therapists are genuinely helpful to people. That's basically, it's the same job.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of therapists are bad and will just throw pills at you or will diddle your
Right.
kids.
right.
Same
right.
for the priests.
Yeah.
But more
Two sides of the
therapists.
same
More
coin.
therapists. More
That's the
therapists make
stereotype
famous
of
for them.
therapists. Yeah. That's what that movie Spotlight was about.
So they also made attempts to legally force search engines to censor information critical of the church. They
Oh,
tried to make Google
madame.
hide shit about them. And there have been multiple allegations that the church leader, David Miscavige, who we'll revisit in a bit, that he beats and demoralizes staff, and that physical violence by superiors towards staff working for them is a common occurrence in the organization.
It's like Ellen.
David Miscavige actually famously executive
like
producer
Ellen.
at the Ellen Show.
Yeah, it's
He
similar.
actually kind of looks like her. He does.
Christ.
He kind of looks like her.
He really
and that's
does.
Shelly Miscavige, his wife, and we have no idea where she is. That's a big thing about Leah Remini. They were friends.
They were?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
she's like,
God.
I haven't seen that woman, and look, since 2013, she's been saying shit like this.
She kind of looks like Adam Newman's wife.
Oh, she does
bit.
has a bit
Doesn't
of
she?
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Listen,
you.
it's all coming together. Isn't it?
Shalom.
Yeah, shalom. Let me tell you something. Because there's so many of those shows, everybody's watching them, but no one more than Ben and his Rachel, his girlfriend Rachel. We were having drinks after the comic strip. Wonderfully
Yeah.
led organization. Top brass there.
Okay.
We're at dinner, and the two of them have both been watching The Dropout, and
Yeah.
and we crashed together at the same time.
Yeah.
And half of the drinks was just him doing Jared Leto, and we crash, and her doing Amanda Seyfried. Just across from the table, he'd be like,
Do you want to? I can't do it on the
well, that's what it was, yeah.
olive juice.
And then she would just be
Olive
across,
juice.
unrelated, just shouting at just like random quotes from the show. She'd be like, I'm really excited about this. I'm actually really excited about, and he's like, olive juice, olive juice.
Hilarious.
They're fucking using these impressions.
That would be insane.
It's also one of those fun things where I've never heard the actual Adam Newman before. So I'm doing Leto doing Newman, and
Yeah.
she's doing Seyfried
Doing
Doing
it's an
Elizabeth.
impression of an impression.
It's an impression.
Right.
Yes.
Jared Leto, famously in Israel Face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
$44 billion.
Wait, isn't what was I gonna say? Has Rachel also imitated Amanda Seyfried dancing in that show? Because oof, that's good.
What is how she dance?
We're gonna work on
Yeah.
it tonight.
Yeah, you gotta work on it. Yeah,
The routine.
That's how. That's how she'll turn
I've
you
already
on.
done the thing. I feel she had the voice perfect, but she didn't really have the head bob. So we worked for like a good 10 minutes on
Yeah.
the head bob,
you
and now
gotta
she's
get
got
that.
the head.
You're really crafting
She should
something
put
there.
on like horribly lined red lips. You know that
The turtleneck.
Yeah, the
We're
turtleneck.
really excited about your opportunity.
Yeah.
You got to do the head.
She does. She does it. She does it well. You guys are bordering on cosplayers at this point. You're gonna wear costumes soon.
You should film a sketch. It's you and Rachel dirty talking each other.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's funny. I would share that to my story.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
tell
I
you.
shared that to my story too.
Maybe. It's funny that it's also not the same show.
It's totally unrelated.
Those two people have never met.
It's kind of fan fiction at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, so back to Scientology. Let's talk about some more crimes. We haven't even gotten into the mysteries yet. This is gonna be our first 3-hour episode.
Yeah.
So they had
We were due for a long one.
God forbid. You
God
know?
forbid.
Hang
Yeah,
out
that's
with
true.
us for a minute. They had two big criminal operations, they called them. The first one was Operation Snow White. In 1978, a number of Scientologists, including L. Ron Hubbard's wife, Mary Sue Hubbard, who was second in command in the organization at the time, were convicted of perpetrating what was at the time the largest incident of domestic espionage in the history of the United States, called Operation Snow White.
What'd they do?
This involved infiltrating, wiretapping, and stealing documents from the offices of federal attorneys and the IRS.
Oh my God. To steal money or for why?
To steal like incriminating things against them, like documents and that kind
Oh.
of. It was Watergate.
That's insane.
They had their own Watergate.
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard was convicted in absentia by French authorities of engaging in fraud and sentenced to 4 years in prison. The head of the French Church of Scientology was convicted at the same time and given a suspended 1 year prison. This is unrelated. Operation Freakout.
Do you know? Did Hubbard actually go to jail or no?
No, they all hid. So they went in hiding.
Wow.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Ah.
Yeah, like he was like rarely he communicated exclusively through what are those little runner boys? Messengers.
I think you say owl. I don't know.
What are those little boys? You know, what's the bird's
Do
name?
you think that that made him like a martyr to his followers? Like that made it even stronger of a
Maybe.
Because he committed a crime. He probably told his followers
committed a
that
crime,
they,
but
like,
he's also on the run. I think it's
yeah,
possible.
he's on the run.
There's got to be a clever
it's a witch
explanation.
hunt. You can
Yeah.
also say that they stole some of their secret texts, trying to learn to steal the big information.
Yeah.
Tell you what, yeah, they were wronged.
All right, what's the second one?
Operation Freakout.
Okay.
An FBI raid on the Church of Scientology's headquarters revealed documentation that detailed Scientology's criminal actions against various critics of the organization. Agents of the organization attempted to During Operation Freakout, agents of the organization attempted to destroy Paulette Cooper, author of The Scandal of Scientology, an early book that had been critical of the movement. Among these documents was a plan to frame Gabe Cazares, the mayor of Clearwater, Florida, with a staged hit-and-run accident. 9 individuals related to the case were prosecuted on charges of theft, burglary, conspiracy, and other crimes.
Damn.
Any idea why the first one was called Snow White?
They were trying to put to sleep.
Trying to put it to bed. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, no. All of the agents in that one were dwarves. They were little.
Yeah, I got it.
Peter Dinklage, famous Scientologist.
Famous Scientologist. One of the good roles.
Yeah.
For the dwarf.
It's possible. Nah, I don't want to slander him.
It is possible, but I don't think it's true because I think we'd know that, right?
I think it's probably 100% true.
Okay.
Sorry, Peter.
They've also had miscellaneous international drama. 1988, the Scientology president there, Hubbard, Jensch, and 10 other members of the organization were arrested on various charges, including illicit association, coercion, fraud, and labor law violations. The French court obviously found them guilty of organized fraud, and then Belgian prosecutors told them to engage in fraud and extortion.
Did you say Heather or Heber?
Heber.
Is that a man or a woman? Do you know?
Yeah. Were you hoping that it was a little
I
diversity?
was going to say if there was a woman, I was going to
You should be a spend man for Scientology.
If they allowed women to be leaders within the organization, that puts them a little bit above a lot of other religions.
I mean, they do that. What's her name was second in command? L. Ron Hubbard's Mary.
Yeah, before she got whacked.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Lord knows.
Wait, no, not L. Ron Hubbard's wife. L. Ron Hubbard's wife was fine.
No, she didn't get whacked.
Miscavige.
Yeah, Miscavige.
Yeah.
So this next one actually might turn around on Scientology.
Oh.
Scientology hates women?
Oh, wow. I led right into that.
Yeah. Did you say that?
I know, but I was saying I was saying the opposite. And I was wrong. Okay.
Oh, no, they hate women.
Oh, got it.
So the highest ranking people in the Scientology hierarchy are the members of the Sea Organization, or Sea Org. The organization includes some 5,000 of Scientology's most dedicated adherents who work for low pay and sign a $1 billion contract. The Sea Org originally...
$1 billion? $1 year?
No, a $1 billion year contract.
Okay.
Did I say dollar? I apologize. Yeah. They sign $1 billion year contracts, which honestly is pretty fair because you're alive for 7 billion years.
I didn't get it for a second. Okay, $1 billion year contracts. Got it.
The Sea Org originally operated on vessels at sea where it was understood that it was not permitted to raise children on board the ships. Pregnant women in the Sea Org have stated that they had been pressured to undergo abortions. Additionally, a number of women have sued the Church of Scientology, alleging a variety of complaints, including human trafficking, rape, forced labor, and child abuse.
Oh, boy. Ugh.
Which brings us to the next one. One of the absolute worst ways their celebrity partnerships could go, Danny Masterson's rape trial.
Okay.
Ooh.
3 women from within the church accused him of rape. So in 2021, 3 women took the stand to recount sexual assaults allegedly committed by the celebrity Scientologist famous from That 70s Show, and each told similar stories of how church officials tried to stop them from reporting Masterson to the police.
Which one was him again?
He was Hyde.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Which was like the most level-headed character.
Yeah, he was just chill.
Yeah.
But he raping people?
Did he have a love story with Mila Kunis?
They all did. That when they ran out of storylines.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
So one woman testified that a church official instructed her to write a statement showing she would take responsibility for a 2001 assault in which she alleges Masterson raped her while she was unconscious.
Oh, my God.
Another woman who was born into Scientology and planned to report Masterson to police in 2004, a year after she said he raped her at his Hollywood mansion, recounted how a Scientology attorney showed up at her family's home. The lawyer, according to the woman, warned that she would be expelled from the church if she went to authorities.
Is that the worst thing? I'd be like, okay, bye.
Quote, "We're going to work out how you can not lose your daughter," the attorney told the woman's father, according to her testimony. They're like, "We're on your team here. We don't want her to get got."
Yeah.
That's insane. One woman also said she was explaining that she shouldn't use the word R word, the R word.
The R word. Oh, wow. Okay.
Meaning rape.
That's the problem here. It's the word, not the actual action
don't
of it.
use the R. And finally...
You can do it. Just don't say the R word.
They're also just... When a woman explained during her testimony that, quote, WOG law is the church's disdainful term for police and courts, Olmedo asked if Scientologists refer to non-members as wogs, much like wizards in the fictional universe of Harry Potter call non-magical people muggles. And she was like, yeah, kind of.
You call them wogs.
They call them wogs. They call the normies wogs.
That's funny.
Damn.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you so into it?
I'm not anymore. No, okay. I'm not going to joke about it after the last 10 minutes, okay? Wog.
You fucking wog.
They also possibly killed a man in prison.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Last year.
When we're saying they, we're talking about like the higher ups.
Scientology, or I mean, they usually probably have a Sea Org guy do it.
Right.
But it's
Wait, so to be a top-ranking person in this church, you have to go off into the fucking sea on some vessel?
No, I think those are I would describe them as like super religious sects. So
Okay.
that one originally it was like the ships, and like they would throw you overboard if you did something wrong.
Oh, I see.
But now it's like basically like devout Christians, the ones that flagell themselves, or like Hasids.
And so who are they worshiping exactly? Just Xenu?
So
Or like
that's a really good
not really
question.
anything.
Spoken like an ignorant cow, and
Wog alert.
but no, they just like being clear. Xenu is a big part of it, and just
Okay.
kind of like being supported by.
It sounds a lot like Nexium.
Yeah. Very similar. Also, very sad that Smallville girl.
Yeah.
Allison Mack.
Ooh.
Which one's next?
Did
Ian?
she get sent? It's a sex cult
Oh, okay.
with Keith
Yeah.
Raniere and Allison Mack.
That was tough for me because there were a lot of people that she tried to pull in from the CW from that, and it's
Oh.
like that's like those are my people, you know.
Yeah. Those are your best friends.
Those are my close friends.
She was recruiting CW actors for
Yeah.
it?
Because she was an actor on Smallville.
And the whole thing was like,
How many would they have had to get for you to go?
I was ready for with just her.
yeah, it's just yeah.
Oh, that's sad. So last year, Kenneth Thompson, a Missouri man who traveled to Arizona, killed his sister-in-law and her boyfriend, and then used Scientology as his defense, was murdered in prison by other inmates.
Oh, shit.
But here,
Go ahead.
if we're talking
How
about,
much is Hubbard paying you from the Gray?
well, now we're talking about is the grave?
Yeah.
No.
Xenu's embrace. I apologize.
So someone committed murder in the name of a religion.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, that's every religion. I mean,
But
that's,
he used Scientology as his defense,
how many people have used whatever
and
insert
then was
religion?
murdered in prison.
No, but we're saying the church murdered him in prison for naming them as part of the
Yeah.
defense.
Yes,
You
I
see?
missed the second part. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But yeah, the first part, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Those
you're
guys-
absolutely.
That's
there was,
what every war is.
It's literally
Yeah.
every war.
Yeah.
Especially the holy wars. There were literally holy wars.
They were holy.
They were
famously.
holy. They were praying and shit while killing. That's so insane to me.
It's so insane.
To-
Which part?
The killing in the name of a god.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, but all war.
Yeah, I mean, all
it's-
war is stupid. War, can I ask? What is it good for?
Absolutely not.
Dare I ask?
Dare I
I
ask? War is kind of gay. There's also been a bunch of additional deaths, but I want to move from this really depressing
I'm
sex
enjoying
scene
it.
that I've gone on. Yeah, I know you're enjoying it. But I mean, like, so
I'm happy you're learning about my.
yeah. I'll just throw out a couple of the deaths, just like quick ones.
Yeah.
In 1980, Joseph A. Havaneth, so he was found dead at the Fort Harrison Hotel in February 1980. He was found in a bathtub filled with water hot enough to have burned his skin off.
Oh, my God.
The official cause of death was drowning, although a coroner noted that his head was not submerged.
Well, that.
So what? So he was killed somewhere else and then placed in
Yeah.
a wicked fucking hot
And then
bathtub?
ones where it's like, I guess it's like not the church didn't kill them, but their teachings did. This guy died in Clearwater, Florida. He died of a seizure in the Fort Harrison Hotel, ironically the same hotel. He had recently stopped taking his seizure medication in favor of a vitamin program.
Oh,
Because
wow.
they were like, stop taking the medicine.
Yeah.
A bunch of people have committed suicide after like doing the auditing thing, the deep interviewee. They got a
Yeah.
very bad result, and then they killed themselves.
Oh, my God. Wait,
Yeah.
so the auditing thing is like your energy
Yeah,
sucks.
that's the energy's bad. So like one guy,
Okay.
that's literally it. Which I hear that daily.
Yeah. Your vibes way off.
Vibes are wrong.
How do I put this to you?
One guy
You suck.
one guy jumped to death after getting a bad reading. One guy jumped
My
to death
God.
after clutching his only remaining money in his hands after a bad reading.
I mean, that is way harsh to be like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, the vibe of your soul just kind of blows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
How about a religion that tells you that you're already committed original sin and that you're doomed no matter what.
The guilt trips.
I'm sorry.
Intense.
I'm not. Listen, every religion. I'm just saying that there's.
That's
No,
true.
he's
There's
correct,
fucked up
and I'm
stuff.
glad you're doing this because
Yeah.
look at yourselves in the mirror.
I was never baptized, so I guess I still have the original sin. I'm
That's
a
true.
sinner. What can I say?
Yeah, you've made up for that tenfold, haven't you? But
Sorry, I didn't mean to criticize Christianity. I'm just
Christianity is
using it as an
terrible.
example.
I will say it's like non-religious people. You can make fun of Scientology. If you
Oh, yeah.
if you make fun of all religions and don't believe,
And non-religious people create their own religions. They just don't call it that.
That's
like
true.
yoga?
Like crystals and
crystals,
Not even that, but like
Money.
astrology.
astrology for sure. But like even take like COVID stuff. Like
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, my God.
You
now
bel-
you're going anti-COVID.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying I think it's very, very human to feel lost and purposeless and try to glom on to something that claims to know the answer.
And
that
be like,
claims-
I am morally good no matter what, and
Right.
this is my cause. You know what I mean?
Right, and something that will help
So
you
take
get
off your
there.
masks, you cocks.
Some
Do we have to cut that out?
no. But take off your mask, please. I'm flying. I don't want to wear the mask.
I don't want to do it anymore.
But something that will help
and I
you.
will fight you on the plane.
It's the only way I'll get TikTok viral, am I right?
because that's
I'm getting
because that's the natural reaction. Yeah. All right, maybe we got that.
Okay, we're not anti-vaxxers.
I'm not anti-vax or anti-religion.
Out.
I'm just acknowledging that there's a reason why people go into this. There's a reason why people believe a lot of things.
When we
Right.
found Scientology, we realized that people need to keep an open mind and that people are silly. And I think that's really, really important. Why don't we just delete the whole episode?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead and mark that timestamp. All right.
Okay. Done with the additional deaths. Are you gonna keep profiting at me?
Profiting? I'm not the prophet.
Let the listeners know that he made a telling head shake. All right. Here's a question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
Because you might know, where is Shelly Miscavige? Where the hell is she?
Under Ben's floorboards.
Yeah. So Shelly Miscavige, the wife of the shadowy chief of the Church of Scientology, David Miscavige, hasn't been seen publicly since 2007. An ex-Scientologist led by her pal, Leah Remini, want answers. Leah Remini, famous from King of Queens.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable to me that she just during King of Queens was a part of Scientology.
Yeah.
Like, going to meetings, reading the books, trying to be enlightened.
I think it
and all
really
this.
helps
It's
with your
fucking
acting.
crazy. I think it does.
Everybody involved is a good actor.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about this before because I'm not religious at all, and I'm jealous of people that are religious because like if you bomb or you don't get an opportunity, you're like, God didn't want it for me.
Sure.
But like for me,
Oh,
I'm just
the God's
bombing up there
plan.
on my own, and I'm like, there's no one that's responsible for that bomb except for fucking me.
Something you can do is just become better at comedy. That's something
I don't have a God to get me there, Max.
you pray on it. Pray on it.
I mean, it's gonna take a lot of prayers to get to be good at comedy. Let me tell you something.
We're going to church for new bits. Oh, that's good. Back to the missing woman. Remini filed a missing persons report on Shelly's behalf in 2013. And after conducting a safety check, Detective Gus Villanueva stated the LAPD has classified the report as unfounded, indicating that Shelly is not missing, though they declined to provide any details as to the state they found her in, where she is, or if she was in the presence of church officials.
So they said that they did. They said they found her.
LAPD said unfounded. She's not missing. We found her.
We found her.
But
Don't
they
worry
didn't.
about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Which LAPD, I don't know if you guys are willing to accept this. They might be a little corrupt in this scenario.
Hot takes.
They might have taken a take.
I've never heard
I have not heard something.
of anything like that.
Here's a
Corrupt
quote
bastards.
from Leah. She goes, "What matters to me is that I have not seen proof that this woman is alive or doing well. So I can give a shit what the LAPD said as their bullshit statement that they put out. Because I
Yeah.
haven't seen her face. I'm calling bullshit on it."
I think that's completely fair.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Remini...
Was this the thing that made her leave?
or
one of
this
many,
was This
maybe.
was sooner after she left because this is 2013.
She had already left. Okay,
She'd
got it.
already left, but this seems to be pretty soon after she left because she's still going at it. God bless her.
Yeah.
So Remini and her Aftermath co-host Mike Rinder, a former senior executive in the Church of Scientology, believe that Shelly is being kept at the Church of Spiritual Technology, CST, a heavily fortified complex near Lake Arrowhead, California. It's comprised of vaults housing Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard's collected works on gold compact discs and nuclear shelters.
Wow. And you know what's so sad is that if they broke in and found her there, I'm sure she's brainwashed enough that she would be like, well, I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
They definitely re-educate people. It's This place is also where Scientologists are preparing for Armageddon when Xenu comes in.
But
I
she
bet
also,
you COVID came around and they were like, you see? Do you see? You know?
But she also
Like-
married David Miscavige.
But
she was already...
She was born to the church. Let me tell you
Yeah.
about what happened to her mother after this. So here's a quote from another person. Mike and I are pretty positive that in 2005, once Dave Miscavige had his blow up with her, he sent her up there to be a non-person. Tony Ortega, publisher of The Underground Bunker, and the leading journalist covering Scientology told this guy at the Daily Beast a few years back. He goes, here's a quote. They let her out for a couple of days for her father's funeral in the summer of 2007, and nobody has seen her since. I'm positive she's still there, and I have my sources saying that she's still there.
Wow.
That's interesting that they don't think they killed her.
Yeah. But here's another thing. In a threatening letter to the Daily Beast, Glassman Media Group, the law firm representing the Church of Scientology, called Remini and Rinder's claims false. He said they haven't provided any evidence of Shelly's whereabouts because they don't want to dignify the preposterous allegations.
Oh, my God.
I mean, they are the Church of Gaslighting. I love it.
That's amazing.
He also alleged that Mrs. Miscavige has never been missing and is living her life to her choosing. They declined to provide any information on her current state or her whereabouts.
How can that be?
But he goes, my partner, Rebecca Kaufman, has personally met with Mrs. Miscavige. That was it. My girlfriend goes to another school in Canada. You wouldn't know her. She's real.
Yeah.
My wife saw her last week.
Yeah. But I feel like the government, just like census wise, don't they go and knock up on that bunker and are like, how many people live here?
Yeah,
I mean, like, how can she just be in a bunker? Like, and people just know about it and the government's like, yeah, she's up in that bunker. Who gives a shit?
What are you going to do?
Right? Am I crazy? If that feels like
It's tough.
It's
because-
crazy to actually disappear a person. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's tough because the legality of it. First of all, they're a church. They're legally recognized as a church, so it's tough to get in there because they have so many loopholes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But also, is there enough cause? If her husband and everyone in her life is like, no, we all just saw her.
Yeah.
But she has not been seen publicly since 2007.
Wow.
I mean, I hope she's alive.
She's not. I got news for you.
I got news for you, okay? Grow up, Peter Pan.
I got news for you. You're not going to like it.
Well, unfortunately, this is par for the course for her family because her mother, Mary Florence Flo Fike Barnett, she was a longtime Scientologist. Flo, her mother, resigned from Scientology, taking with her copies of the, quote, confidential upper-level materials. Flo later joined David Mayo's Advanced Ability Center, an independent Scientology organization. On September 8th, 1985, she was found dead at age 52 from a shot to the head from a Ruger 1022 rifle. The body also had 3 rifle shot wounds to the chest, 1 surface wound, 1 through a breast implant, and 1 that passed through the left lung and fractured her rib. And there were superficial slash marks on her wrists that were identified in the autopsy report as possibly having been a few days old. The death was ruled a suicide.
Oh my
God. Come
God.
on. Yeah, that's a... Yeah.
She fell onto a bunch of bullets,
Yeah.
and on the way to the ground, cut her wrist a little bit.
That's insane.
That's insane to me. According to one former member of the Sea Org, David Miscavige said of Flo's death, quote, that bitch got what she deserved.
Oh, my God.
What? Whoa.
Anything
know.
to that?
Yeah,
what's
I'm not a Miscavige fan.
Oh, you're a believer in Xenu. So there were also some deeply upsetting revelations from Go and Claire. You can decide how much you believe each of them, but that was a documentary, and they checked their sources. But whatever. Apparently, Hubbard spent time in a black magic cult before founding Scientology.
That makes sense.
Members were allegedly thrown overboard as punishment. Part of the ethics program, they drop auditors who made mistakes during sessions off the ships during the early days, back when the Sea Org was actually all on boats.
Yeah.
And they were these were people that were this is when the human trafficking, all that kind of stuff, because these are people just working on a boat all day for 10 cents an hour.
Yeah. Wow.
They didn't do anything. Hubbard told his second wife he murdered their daughter when she threatened to leave him unless he got psychiatric help. Then he later said, no, I didn't kill her. I was kidding. But he called, his wife threatened to leave him if he didn't go to get psychiatric help. So he called her and said, I cut our daughter. He kidnapped the daughter. And he said, I cut her the wrists. And she's dead.
What?
I murdered her.
So then did he go to jail?
No. Then he said he didn't kill her.
Wait, this is
Did the-
Hubbard himself?
This was Hubbard himself. Yeah.
Did the daughter?
I don't know what happened after that with the
Yeah,
daughter.
like does she? They just have like a normal funeral, and they're like, "Bye." Like,
I don't. She might not have actually even been dead. I think he might have just been like calling her,
Oh,
and be
it
like,
was a
"If you leave
threat.
me,
Okay.
she's gonna be.
Oh,
I'm
see.
going." She goes, "I killed her because you're leaving me," and then he called her back later, or later revealed that he didn't actually kill her.
But it's still a
But
weird.
that's a good way.
It's an odd. thing
He's
to
showing her that he
say.
doesn't
Yeah.
need psychiatric help.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's
You guys don't get him.
he's put together. Yeah.
There was also a Scientology prison camp that ex-members talk about.
oh, okay.
So they holocausted a few people, which
No
is real
way.
bad.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
By no ways on the same scale, and I'm not equating the two things.
No,
Well,
they-
yeah.
But they prison camped a few people.
Damn. For what? Just like disobeying?
Yeah, disobeying, trying to leave, saying
Yeah.
something bad or something
Not
like
buying
that.
enough books or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not buying enough books.
I swear to God.
No.
Leah Remini,
I
like-
know. I'm laughing at the fact
Yeah.
that it's true.
It's like
Can I-
Mary Kay.
Yeah.
You gotta keep buying the product.
You gotta buy the product.
Can I ask you, what is more dangerous for you as a human being? Entering and being a part of Scientology and
Okay.
trying to leave it.
Oh.
Is that more dangerous or as dangerous as or less dangerous than if you one day wore the wrong perfume on set of the Ellen DeGeneres program? What is more dangerous to you?
I'm gonna go with Ellen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
You're
Ellen.
correct. You're correct.
Yeah.
Pretty easy question. She's got that sock full of batteries waiting at a moment's notice, and she's swinging.
My mom was like so weirdly affected by that. She was like, I just don't like how she lied to us, you know?
Sure.
And I was like,
She's
okay,
right.
yeah. She was like,
That
it'd be
is.
one thing if your whole brand was that you're an asshole, but now, you know,
Her
I feel
whole
lied to.
her
She was in
whole
my
brand
living
was
room.
kindness.
Yeah.
That was an incredible. I've never met your mom, but I was.
That was a great. That was. Oh my god.
That was so spot on
Yeah.
of exactly what I imagined her to be.
Oh, yeah. Wait till the wedding. This will be fun.
I can't wait. I'm just gonna make
She
her
giving
talk.
a speech? I just freaked out.
Probably not, but I should just make her do a speech just because it'd be hilarious.
That'd be fun.
She'd be like, oh, May went with a dress, so I wouldn't have chosen, but, you know.
God bless her.
But
Yeah.
here's to you guys.
You know, on my wedding day, it was only 103 pounds. They do it a little different nowadays.
That's good.
Direct quote.
That's a direct quote. Oh, I love her.
Might do it different nowadays. That's great.
Back to Scientology. Let's talk celebrity blackmail.
Okay.
So we know that they've targeted a lot of celebs to be in the program.
I'm surprised Justin and Hailey Bieber are not part of this. They're part of that other
Well, they're-
wacko one, Hillsong.
That's the thing. The thing is Scientology and Hillsong are the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You know that meme where it's Pam from The Office? She goes, "It's the same picture."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same picture. Okay.
Yeah. Hillsong because they're all rapists.
Yeah, they are.
They
well,
keep going down.
Yeah,
the
they
heads of
do.
this church, except they were just wearing longer T-shirts.
Yeah, they looked cool.
They looked cool. Sexy priests with
Sexy
glasses.
priests with bomber jackets.
Was that also started in L.A.? No, that was somewhere
I think it
else.
was.
I think it was in LA.
It was
No,
also
maybe
LA?
Australia.
Oh.
I don't know. I did an episode on this and I erased it from my
It
brain.
got big in LA for sure. Like
Yeah.
that's another celebrity thing. It's a celebrity thing. They need
Yeah.
something to hold on to.
Right.
I'm so glad that we keep each other grounded. It's dangerous to have a platform.
It really is.
Oh God. All right. So Going Clear said that the church apparently has a blackmail folder on John Travolta. This is
Oh
what
my
started
God.
our BlackBerry theories. According to the right in the film, when there were rumors of Travolta wanting to leave Scientology, the church created a black PR package that has, quote, all the damaging material from his private auditing sessions. Remember what Ben was
Oh,
saying?
wow.
They get all of your secrets. They have you reveal everything about you.
Yeah.
So Travolta also reportedly refused to have his sessions videotaped, but secret cameras were hidden anyway.
Oh, wow.
Question for you, my co-hosts. What did the cameras capture?
About Travolta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Maybe
my
he
god.
killed somebody.
Oh my
I could see him killing somebody.
I can think something
bad?
worse.
What?
He's not even. He's not really dancing in those movies.
Oh my god,
Oh.
it's a bottom
body-
double?
It's a double.
Yeah.
That's
That's
wild.
interesting.
Could be, actually, the masturbating thing could have been part of it.
Masturbating.
Well, didn't he jerk off a couple of masseuses?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
he jerked them off, or they jerked him off?
Somebody got jerked off.
Somebody was jerking.
No doubt.
I'm not gonna guess, you know? Hey,
Yeah.
I don't judge you freak, you fix, or you fuck.
Yeah.
But I
Who
think,
cares who's jerking?
But that got revealed, so wouldn't he leave Scientology?
Right. So there might be more.
I think
things
there's
like
there's
that.
something
Maybe
we don't
he's
know.
a vampire. Looks
It's
pretty
like,
vampire-ish.
Honestly, it might be a mix of like the church has done things to you, you've done things within the church, but it's also you told the church things that you've done separate from them, and they're just like, we're gonna tell people if you don't, because we kind of know.
Yeah.
So you probably shouldn't leave.
Well, let's think. So it's probably something that he said when he first joined the church, which was a long time
Do you
ago.
think he once declined having a passion for the movie musical?
No.
No.
No,
That's
I do
too
not.
scandalous.
That is too much. He once said Adina Menzel's name correctly on tape, and they had to strike it from the record so he could claim that he never knew it beforehand.
Travolta. Okay. Yeah. I'm ready for the next one.
Elizabeth Moss, famous for a lot of movies and TV shows, but mainly The Handmaid's Tale, which she won awards for. So
Wait, can I see a photo of this woman? Elizabeth Moss?
Mad Men.
Mad Men.
Oh, yeah.
But The Handmaid's Tale, you know that one.
Yeah, the
Praise
blonde
be.
lady.
She's the
and
main character. Cheats.
Yeah.
Starts with adultery. Then she
Okay.
escapes.
Yeah.
So what's she hiding?
Terrible.
Is that the idea?
Terrible. That show is so upsetting.
I
The
never
Handmaid's
watched it.
Tale? Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's
I
dark.
couldn't get into it. Can I tell you that?
It's honestly, it's kind of trauma porn.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, whoa. And I didn't like
Yeah.
how much everyone was like, this is Trump. We're doing the exact same
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
And it's like,
exactly the same.
you're making it have less impact because like comparing the two, then it's like,
It's
okay, well, you're being
ridiculous.
ridiculous when it's like it's very reasonable things that are wrong with it.
Yeah.
But when you're
Sure.
going so hyperbolic, it's like insane. There she
Right.
is.
Okay, this
Yeah, you know
broad.
her.
Can I
Yeah.
also say the Invisible Man that movie she was in? Wonderful.
Oh,
Wonderful
yeah?
film.
Okay.
I do recommend it.
Pretty sure Elizabeth Moss.
Not a natural blonde. Maybe that's her secret.
They'll not say it.
Pretty
so-
sure Elizabeth Moss' parents were Scientologists. I actually don't think
a
she
lot of
joined.
people. Juliette Lewis, similarly, because
Oh,
a lot of
okay.
people like if you have famous parents, it's rich people.
Yeah.
Rich people
Rich.
just need an adrenochrome connect, and will say whichever you need them to say that
Right.
gets them there.
Yeah, can we say just blanket statement, all of the secrets are drinking adrenochrome?
They're drinking
And
adrenochrome.
that applies to everyone.
It has to deal with they have killed a human child specifically to consume
Right.
their adrenochrome.
They have removed it from a 9-month pregnant woman's womb to
Yes.
suck its blood.
And the main way they
And
do
that's a
this
fact.
is they have a lot of help from their lizard claws.
Right.
That's such a funny audit where they're just like revealing kind of minor things.
Mhm.
So
And
it's
they're like,
well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
well-
drank once when I was like 14.
Like,
and,
yeah, obviously,
all that
God.
stuff.
I had one night.
Oh, I remember one time. I
Yeah.
do drink adrenochrome. Like
Yeah.
that is something I do. Yeah.
I do. Sometimes I overdo it. I had a little too much to drink at Jeff's place the other night. Oh my god. Jeff Epstein.
Jeff Epstein.
Yeah, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
That was a good bit that you had.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I'll never tell a soul. What it was the bit? What was the bit?
When
someone called him
people call him Jeff.
Yeah,
Jeff.
Jeff Epstein. That was
Yeah,
funny.
that's funny.
All right. So in the interviews
J-Man?
about the J-Man, that's a good joke.
Sweet baby J.
She has adamantly said yes, she's a Scientologist, but doesn't like to talk about it. But she also says in those interviews, she's like she was strongly attracted to the role specifically because of its bravery tackling a feminist story. She's a feminist, and it denounces homophobia. And then the interviewer during these interviews, like one or two of them, they were like, okay, but they pressed her about Scientology doing the exact opposite throughout
Yeah.
its history, and she goes, that's not true. And she gave him that's not my experience. I can only tell you what I know.
I mean, what has she been?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's literally it. And despite literal receipts of the church, it behaves like the show. Like
Right.
the plot of the show, the church has done a lot of the shit.
Right. Like forcing people to get abortions, all that kind
Prison
of stuff.
camps,
Yeah,
forcing them to do
yeah.
things, the violence against women. And then
Right.
she's like, but that's not my experience.
Got it.
So, folks, what they got on her?
Elizabeth Moss.
Not a natural blonde, adrenochrome for sure.
That's enough. Those are the two big ones.
Those are the two big ones.
Something with the hat.
What about the hat?
I don't know. Those hats are weird in Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, she stole one from the set.
She stole a set.
Yeah.
She stole one from the set. That's right.
She stole one from hair and makeup. Costume.
I mean, it makes sense that some of these people grew up in it because it's tough
Right.
to shake that out of your
Sure.
head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still I still kind of believe in some of the Catholic
Yeah.
stuff. It's
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
not to.
Right.
And Elizabeth Moss.
Hold on, the angel's saying something. next to me.
We both know it's not an angel. But
I'm going straight down. What were
See you
saying?
there. I wasn't baptized.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
It is
Listen,
fun.
if you're the only one in heaven, no thanks.
I don't think we have it.
You have nothing.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Yeah.
That's sadder.
But you got
It's
no
also-
hell, which is a good thing.
I guess, but it's also like it's confusing. I'm sure that there are more explanations for what Jewish afterlife is than what I know. But it's like, well, what's the point of a religion if you don't answer that question?
Also, a tough religion to cling to as being chosen if mostly what you do throughout history is suffer.
Yeah.
And there's nothing after this. Because at least the Christian, they're like, all suffering is meant for you to grow in your afterlife in the everlasting love of Christ.
Yeah.
What
I
happens?
guess it's just it's that Old Testament-y God that's like
He's
constantly
punishment.
testing you and punishing you.
You sinned. You did it.
Yeah. It's rough.
Yikes.
Well,
Elizabeth
good
Moss,
luck with those things.
I mean, she killed a human child. That's
she
it.
killed a
Yeah.
human child,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe she slept with someone. Maybe she slept with Harvey, and that's how her acting career got off the
Winston,
ground.
and even worse, she liked him.
And she liked
Oh
her.
my god.
She told
she
them,
hit on him.
Did you say
yeah,
Winston?
she hit on him.
Weinstein.
She hit on Weinstein. That's her big secret.
That
Okay.
is shameful.
Ooh, that'd be tough.
Tommy Cruise.
Oh, it's going to be
Oh.
fun.
Could be a trick question because according to the film, Tom Cruise and the church allegedly wiretapped Nicole Kidman's phone. So according to the movie,
Oh my
the
God.
church noticed Tom Cruise slipping away from Scientology during his marriage to Nicole Kidman. He reportedly said he wanted to have Kidman's phone wiretapped, which the church did at his request.
Whoa.
So Tom Cruise, blackmailer, blackmailee, both.
Wait, are you
Both.
saying that the dirt they have on him is that he wanted the wiretap?
No, that's just like one of the things that happened. Like they were this party is this story is a good example because they were nervous about him slipping away,
Right.
but then he was nervous about Nicole Kidman slipping away, so he had them wiretap her.
Oh,
Got it.
yikes.
Okay, so what dirt do they have on Tom Cruise?
Katie Holmes also famously left the church.
Was she
Oh,
ever in
right.
it?
She was brought into it by him.
Oh my God, yikes.
I guess it would be hard to be in a relationship with only one person being a devout Scientologist.
I mean, it's big
Right.
for Jews to convert, right? For weddings,
They what, sir?
they convert a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
That's what,
Yeah.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I
just
feel
saw
like you'd
somebody
have to
post about a
convert.
Catholic. He got baptized for their wedding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've known people that have gotten baptized for their weddings.
No, but that's my point. I feel like if one person in a couple is like a devout Scientologist
Yeah.
and the other person's like, that's ridiculous. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a hard thing to disagree on in
Right.
a
Yeah.
couple.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
It's a really tough to
Yeah.
disagree on.
I heard a rumor once that from someone, I don't know who I would know this, but that Tom Cruise once was invited to a Super Bowl party and he brought his mom and a bunch of cupcakes, and that was all he brought.
That's really
Oh.
sweet.
Yeah, isn't that
Oh
kinda
my God.
nice?
The thing about Scientology is it's a good thing. And you're forgetting that.
Yeah.
All right. Last topic. Will and Jada.
Oh, it all comes
Oh.
back.
Okay, well, hers is obviously that she doesn't really have alopecia. Fucking hair follicle bitch.
Did you know?
We just went from 0 to 60.
Did you know that they started a school for children?
Yes,
that was
I
a
did.
Who school.
Who can't read good?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it was for children that needed to be at least 3 times bigger. But so this was a quote by Leah Remini. She said, "I know Jada's in. I know Jada's in. She's been in Scientology for a long time." She told an interviewer, "I never saw Will there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center. They opened up a Scientology school and have since closed it. But Jada, I had seen her at the Scientology Celebrity Center all the time."
There's debate
Wow.
whether they're in it. I thought they
So
were
th-
definitely in it.
No,
Yeah.
so they still say that that's ridiculous that you think they're in it.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Oh, I didn't know
Let
that.
me
I thought
tell
the Will
you
Smith was just a
a
Scientologist.
story.
Okay.
Please.
And it might be more so that Jada's more into
Well, that
Scientology.
makes sense because she's out of her fucking tree.
So, both privately and publicly, the Smiths repeatedly maintained that New Village Leadership Academy was a secular, non-religious school that merely employed study technology, which is a teaching method developed by L. Ron Hubbard.
okay.
They like his
to
other
choose,
stuff.
Yeah, to
right.
choose all like that person specifically is
Yeah.
so fucking insane.
Here's a quote. "All I can say is it is not a Scientology school," Jada Pinkett Smith, told Ebony Magazine in 2009. Another quote. "Now, if you don't trust me and you are questioning my integrity, that's a whole different matter. That is a straight evil to think that I would bring families into that educational institution and then try to get them to convert into some religion."
Because that's exactly what I'm doing.
That's it. I mean, that is the definition of you're guilty.
Yeah, you're guilty.
I can't believe. Don't even ask me that question, you piece of shit. I can't believe you would insult me.
Here's what's confusing about this case. Why would Scientology allow them to deny that they're Scientologists?
Because it's easier to get them into the school. Because the whole thing about
yeah.
the
So
school,
it's all about the school.
it's
okay.
because they got a lot of lower income, mostly people of color,
Yeah.
to join the school. So that they were able to, and they would have them read these books,
Indoctrinate them,
and they would
basically.
indoctrinate them, and be like, it has nothing to do. It just happens to. It's just a holistic learning.
I see.
That's
Because
part
when
of
I
the
think of
learning.
God, she's evil, huh?
Because when I think of Miscavige,
Yeah.
Miscavige?
Yeah.
I feel like his big thing is that he's a star fucker. Like he
Yeah.
wants
Yeah.
Cruise to be out in public about
But
it.
I think that there's some people that it's actually beneficial to bring people in that other way. Because
So
like Will and Jada are known as
Wow.
being cool family people.
Right.
You know?
big plot.
They used to be, at least. So the Daily Beast spoke to 4 former teachers and administrators at the New Village Leadership Academy who insist that Scientology not only bled into every aspect of the school, but that it was essentially a Scientology school. It's quote, filled with mostly Scientologist teachers that taught students Scientology methods of learning. One educator said, quote, there were pictures of L. Ron Hubbard on the walls and in the study technology book. there was a picture of Hubbard and a whole mini biography of his life. And that was the first thing kids had to word clear. Before anything. I mean, it was total Scientology. There's no question.
That's insane. How long was the school up for?
It closed its doors in 2013. So,
Okay.
what was it 2008 to 2013?
That's a long time.
4 years. To this day, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith haven't taken full responsibility for the school's Scientology curriculum. The 2008 tax returns for the Smiths Charitable Foundation, the Will and Jada Smith Family Foundation, show that the pair gave a total of $122,500 to two Scientology groups, including Applied Scholastics and its umbrella organization, and the Association for Better Living and Education, also known as ABLE. So here's a true or false question for you.
Okay.
Will and Jada are Scientologists.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Scientologists?
You think
based
they're
on
based on that?
okay. But you made me really nervous. I was pretty sure I was paying attention.
To this day.
Oh, yeah.
And recently, they're like, I don't know why you would think we're Scientologists. That's goofy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
A
That's
school with
because-
L. Ron the idea of having a school with L. Ron Hubbard's photo up and not having anything to do with Scientology.
One of the teachers that was a
Is
non
this a good sci-fi writing?
One of the
Which I think he was, by the way. I think like his sci-fi writing is
bestseller.
considered like
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Xenu was ripped. I sent a picture in. He was ripped literally from one of the images from his sci-fi book.
Oh my god.
But also, there's Xenu.
Oh, but
Wow.
he's scary.
He wiped out a lot of alien people.
Wow.
That's it. He was the leader of the Confederacy 70 million years ago. You recall?
Is that 4 eyes? 4 eyes, or is that like an eyebrow?
I think it's 4 eyes.
That's 4 eyes. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, 4 eyes, nerd.
I don't like sci-fi, but I don't know.
I'm
Do
a
you have any
big
good
sci-fi
titles?
guy. Should we read some?
Should we read some?
I just finished Art of the Deal. I'm ready for my next
Yeah.
book.
Great book.
Great read. So yeah, I feel like it's true. But that's the problem is that like a lot of these celebrities well picked because they're so affable. There's a reason why they're
Yeah.
stars. So you're like, I guess it's like because Tom Cruise seems cool.
I mean,
You gotta watch
does
this.
he though?
You gotta watch this video.
In all of his movies, he's cool, but he's way too intense.
Which video?
The video I was saying at the very beginning, this interview where he's talking about Scientology. There's probably a mashup of it because I think it's a very long interview. We'll watch it after. If you're listening at home, after you listen to this, watch that video.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned a lot here. A lot of it very upsetting. A lot of it like kind of weird. A lot of it very new information to me. I plan on going to LA before year's end. I have a ticket from last year that I have a certificate for. I will
Nice.
not be walking into the Scientology building. I'll be running into the Scientology headquarters.
We should record a pod out of Scientology's headquarters.
Just got audited.
Oh my god, we could have the best guests. We'd be like Will and Jada.
Yeah,
Take a
come
seat.
on in.
Or
They're like, this
could
is
we?
not a Scientology program, even though we are filming it inside of the Scientology's headquarters.
I mean, Elizabeth
Not
Moss.
a Scientologist. I believe in Xenu, sure, but
But that was the thing. Elizabeth Moss, the same thing. That she's like, that's my experience. Actually, the
Yeah.
whole like child stuff is like not. I wasn't part of it. They've actually
Yeah.
been super sweet to me.
I didn't see it with my own eyes, so
That's like
it doesn't-
somebody killing your friend, and then somebody still friends with them, and it's like, well, they were never mean to me.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
You could see
Wow.
it.
I have a soft spot for people who are nice to me.
That's true. I do get that. Any closing thoughts? I mean, we were certainly had.
We were certainly happy.
Great
We were
topic.
certainly converted.
Yeah.
Super excited to learn more about
Yeah.
it.
And I gotta just my compliments. This is a topic that got into murder, philosophy.
Oh,
all
yeah.
sorts. It really was
Great
an
job.
all-encompassing
I did
thing.
a lot of researching today.
It sounds
Let me
like it,
tell
yeah.
you that, and I am good at this. No, thank you for listening along. Some of those sentences were tough to read.
Yeah. We did it. I think we were had.
Thank you.
Bye.